Okay, we're back with Deadline's turn. Sorry this is getting so busy, but it's actually going to change a little bit now because both of these ongoing catastrophes have start of turn effects, which I think is going to change the look here. So this one, I believe calculated orogenesis was first. It says at the start of the villain turn, play the top card of the environment deck. All right. When we play this, first thing we need to do is remember the negative energy field. So that means Deadline loses 1 point, Raw loses 1 point, and Wraith loses 1 point. Sorry, this is slowly creeping outside of your field of vision. Wraith has 19, Raw has 9, and Deadline has 28 life left. Okay, so at the start of the environment turn, villain turn, play the top card of the environment deck. Then that environment card deals each non-villain target 2 melee damage. That's a non-villain target. So that's going to get a couple of damage. I've made a bit of a mistake. No, I haven't here. It's Deadline's turn. Okay, so 2 damage to Raw puts him at 7. 2 damage to Wraith puts her at 17. I don't think I used the stun bolt. No, I didn't. I didn't use the stun bolt. So there's no blowback there. When this card enters play, each player may destroy any number of their ongoing and/or equipment cards. Then any hero with ongoing and/or equipment cards in play deals themselves 3 sonic damage. Okay, well, I'm definitely not destroying any ongoing or equipment cards. So 3 sonic damage puts Raw at 4 and puts Wraith at 14. At the end of the environment turn, destroy this card. Well, it's not the environment turn, so it's the villain turn. So here we go for the second start of turn effect with the super subduction zone. It says at the start of the villain turn, Deadline deals each non-villain target 1 irreducible melee and 1 irreducible fire. So that's 2 to you, 1 irreducible melee and 1 irreducible fire. And over to Raw, puts him at 2 life, and Wraith at 12 life. No cards were played, so the distortion field does not kick in. Okay, so that's a start of turn. He plays a card. It's a catastrophe. So what that means is, actually doesn't mean anything yet. We play a card. Now it's the end of the turn, and what we need to do at the end of the turn, if there are 3 or more catastrophe cards in play, flip Deadline's character cards like so. So we flip the cards, and it says that was play a card. So now we're at the end. So we flip. Okay, so we're at the end. So at the end of the villain turn, destroy all environment cards. Okay, I like that. So goodbye environment cards. That negative energy field was in play for a long time. So I think we need to remember how many we've destroyed here. So we destroy 3 environment cards. And then it says, shuffle the environment trash into the environment deck. We can do that. Okay. Then destroy all catastrophe cards, which is 3. And Deadline deals each non-villain target 3 irreducible fire damage and removes the... Okay, so 3 irreducible fire damage. So Ra is dead. He's at -1. And Wraith is at 9. This is going to foil my plan. And removes the top X cards of the environment deck from the game, where X is the number of catastrophe cards destroyed in this turn. So we draw 1, 2, 3. So 3 environment cards are gone. And if there were no environment cards in play, we would lose the game. Okay, let me just straighten up for a little bit here and refocus on where we are. Okay, so as you can see, Deadline has 28 life left. Ra has -1, so he's dead, and Wraith has 9. So unfortunately, I did have a bit of a plan where we were going to hit Deadline really hard here, but that included Ra. He was going to take him down by about 8 or 9 points on his next move, but he's not going to get that chance. So basically, when a character dies, you discard everything, and they really no longer even have a deck anymore. So this is certainly going to clean up our playing surface. And we take Ra's character card, we flip it to the depleted side. So there's Ra now, okay? So that's all we've got for Ra. It's still not his turn yet, okay? He can't lose any more hit points. He can't be any less of a hero than he is there. She can, though, and she's going to be the target of the things that are to come. So, we're at the end of the turn, we did all this, but this device still has to play out, this relic. So at the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP, which is her, 2 infernal damage. Okay? So she's going to take 2 damage, which is going to put her at 7. And she can either discard a card or shuffle her trash into her deck. Again, I don't see the harm in that. So she's going to shuffle her trash back into her deck. Boy, you know what? I thought I had this game won, but now without Ra, I just have a feeling, yeah, I have a feeling that I don't. Because Wraith is so low on hit points now. She's only got 7 herself. A few minutes ago, she was doing really well. Okay, so that's the end of the villain turn, and now it's the hero turn. So here's Ra's depleted card. It says, 1 hero may use a power, or I can destroy an ongoing card. Those are really the useful things. So she's going to use a power. Really, the best thing is going to be simply this, is to deal 1 target, 3 projectile damage. So we're going to do 3 damage to Deadline, bringing Deadline to 25. That's bleeding over a little bit, but you can see what's going on there. So Ra's turn is over. Wraith's turn. So she gets to play a card. There's 8. See, the plan was to use the inventory barrage, and we would have brought Deadline almost to single digits, but it's not going to work now. How about she'll play out the stun bolt? Gee, this is tough. We can try the stun bolt in hopes that we can get around to another turn and get the inventory barrage again. So let's do that. Let's play the stun bolt. It's not limited, so we have 2 of them out there. Now she can use a power. In fact, she can use 2 because of the utility belt. So, let's have her use... Let's have her use the stun bolt on the Ataxia sphere. So Wraith deals this target 1 projectile damage. So, there it is. And until the start of her next turn, reduce all damage dealt by that target by 1. So let's just put this pink eye as a reminder about that. And we'll put it on there. So anytime this target deals damage, I think what we need is the pink eye on there. Okay. Yeah, in fact, I don't think I need it on there. I just need it on that card, so I'm remembering exactly what's going on. Okay, so it's just for my own reference. So until the start of next turn, reduce all damage dealt by this device by 1. So that was 1 power, and she's going to use a second power, and she's going to use a Razor Ordnance. So the Wraith deals 1 target 3 projectile damage. So obviously it's going to be to Deadline. So Deadline is at 22. Her turn's over, so she draws a card. I was really hoping to increase her projectile damage. There's cards that will do that, but I've not had any luck getting them. So that's fine. So her turn's over. So we go to the Sidekick deck, where we have a variant Dark Visionary, and we flip to her depleted side. Now, I don't know what the deal here is with Ra, but I don't suspect he's going to be allowed to use this, because he doesn't need to regain a hit point, he doesn't need to draw a card, and this environment thing, I don't know. I just don't think he gets to choose. So, if it's Wraith, let's say that she gets to regain 1 hit point. That'll be what she gets on this turn. So that brings her from 7 to 8. Let's see if she can survive the environment and Deadline. Claustrophobic Delusion. It's a distortion. All non-hero targets other than the non-hero target with the lowest HP are immune to damage. That'll be interesting. So this is our only target. I can't even attack Deadline, so this is really going to hurt me. So we're going to start with Deadline's turn, and we'll do that in the next video and see where that takes us. See if Wraith can survive with only 8 life left. See you in the next one.